What are the top 10 most impactful metagame cards out of Phantom Nightmare? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oscar. I'll be starting off with the Dramatic Snake Eyes Chase. And this card is very good in pure Snake Eyes. It lets you place a Diabell Star monster from your hand deck or face up, or in the graveyard, face up, in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. Okay, well, that's pretty good. During the end phase, we can banish this card from the graveyard. Target one monster that's treated as a continuous spell you control. Special summon it. You can only use each effects of Dramatic of the Snake Eyes Chase once per turn. Crystallize an IP. Special summon during the end phase. That's pretty good. I've seen a lot of Flamber's Dragon combos in my time, and a lot of them, like this card, is so crazy in pure Snake Eyes. Like, I'm genuinely impressed with how crazy this card actually is. Next up is the EMP Meowm. Now, I had a huge debate if I even want to put this in the top 10, but it still is broken. So if a Link monster is on the field, or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon EMP Meowm once per turn this way. And if a Link 2 monster you control is sent to the graveyard, or banished face up, except damaged it, you can banish this card from your graveyard if it was there when it was on the field, or was sent when banished, or hand if it was not. Target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. This is actually also kind of sprite support. I do like this card. Level 2 extender for the deck. I also did like this for, Mathmech or any of the Cyberse decks out there, but unfortunately, we're not going to quite get to explore that because Circular got cratered, which kind of destroyed a lot of the versions of the deck that kind of existed. A little bit sad, but I think it's fine. Card's good, though. Next up is the GOI Support. Now, if you've been paying attention to anything out here, I think the GOI stuff is actually genuinely kind of game-breaking. Especially when you're kind of considering the options that they have. Also, the TCG is already like runic this, runic that. You've got people out here that are going to try the different variants to this. And I do think that the GOI cards, especially the recyclability that they have, now obviously you can combine it with the new fish cards that we got, the white cards for the additional mill for the little circular guy. And you can try out some of the combos along that way. But to be honest with you, I think that once again, a lot of people are going to be surprised. They're going to play against GOI for their first time with the full support. They're going to be like, what in the world just happened here? And they're going to get just demolished. Like, I'm actually really excited for what the GOI support brings to the table. Next up is actually one of the Goblin cards. It's the Goblin Biker Boom Mock. And if you've paid attention to a lot of the Goblin cards, to say that a Goblin card is in the top ranks of this set is a little bit blasphemy, but this card is for purely. So it's once per chain during the main phase. If this card is in the hand or graveyard, you can detach one exceed material from a monster on either field, and if you do, special summon this card. And then you cannot special summon a Goblin Biker, the Boom Mock, until the end of the next turn. That part doesn't really matter. The thing I care about here is I can detach anything I want from my opponent's cards to special summon this from the hand and have it act as a hand trap. That's actually incredibly good. And it's only a common in the set. So you've got low rarity value across the board with this. And I'm very, very happy about that. Good stuff with this. Next up is the Walls of the Imperial Tomb. This is the second King's Sarcophagus that we've been waiting for. This thing is, of course, always King's Sarcophagus, wall in the field. And then during your main phase, you can add a Horus monster from your deck to your hand, and then you have to place a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. So typically you'll go grab Inseti with this to go get the Gold Sarcophagus, but this also has an additional effect. If you activate the effect of Horus, the Black Flame Deity, you also get to draw a card. And the Horus is a secret in the set. Most of the builds do not play the Horus, the Black Flame Deity. The card is kind of cute. It doesn't really do anything to like super facilitate combo. But to be honest with you, the fact that we have the Walls of the Imperial Tomb actually being available to us fantastic. Like, card is actually, especially like the stun variant with the lad, that seems a little bit more fun. I'll take it. You've got to be happy with the little things in here. Next up is the Raid Raptor stuff, mainly the Rising Rebellion Falcon. That's right, it's a rank 13. We can bring off Awakening the Dragon that's unaffected by opponents' card effects. And then it also has a board wipe built into it if you bring it out. And then it also can detach 3 from it to gain the effect of any Raid Raptor in your graveyard. I don't know what to tell you about this card, but this card is nuts. Especially, like, even if, like, pure Raid Raptor does take off, and we see a lot more people, like, playing this card, this deck is 100% a local buster deck. A lot of people I think they're going to be very shocked when they play against this deck, and they're just like, you don't have a Droll or a Nibiru, and you're just like, what just happened to me? Yeah, that's honestly the experience with playing against a Raid Raptor. Like, I gotta put it really high. Next up is the Black Goat Laughs. This is the Tefu or Rumpel Tulufe, as the OCG had it, but this is what Labyrinth plays to kind of make their Fire King matchup a little bit more tolerable. It's declare monster card name. This turn, neither player can source some monster with the original name except from the graveyard, which, to be honest with you, they can kind of get around. And then we can banish from the graveyard, declare a card name for a monster, and neither player can activate the effects of monsters on the field with that original name. It's a specific named skill drain card, and I think this card is actually pretty broken in and itself. Like, all Labyrinth needed was the ability to start blinking more specific monsters, and they actually got it. And Labyrinth does have some inherent issues, but I'm glad that they were able to at least give them this, so we could kind of start to see them kind of round things out. Next up is the Novak stuff, aka Skull Guardian, Protector of the Voiceless Voice. And this card is splendid. Alright, it's a 20/50 that when low is on the field goes up to 41, which is crazy and in itself. Good stuff for basically making this incredibly large monster. And on summon, it also adds from deck to hand a Voiceless Voice monster or a ritual monster that's warrior or dragon. And quick effect, as long as low is on your field, it's an Omni Negate. Like, plus all of the ritual support that you get around low. Like, yeah, okay, so if you get debarriered, sucks. It happens. But, like, the Skull Guardian stuff is incredibly strong in this set. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this stuff adapts in the TCG meta, and we see, you know, how people are going to go about it. Next up is Pobbler. The if added from deck to hand, except by drawing it, we can special summon this card, and then on normal or special, we can add a Snake Eye Spell and Trap card from our deck to our hand. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, we can target a fire monster in our graveyard, place it face up in its owner spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. Normal summon Snake Eyes Ash. Effect, add Pobbler. Pobbler, effect, special summon. Pobbler, effect, grab Snake Eyes spell and trap card. Link summon. Pobbler, effect, crystallize. Activate Sinful Spoils. Send the Pobbler that I just... You see the infinite advantage wheel that this little stupid thing actually inherently creates, because the card is bonkers. Alright, like, Pobbler, there's only one card in the set that you can argue is better than Pobbler, and it is a pretty big stretch to say. But number one is Promethean Princess. I think Promethean Princess is still a better card because the extending capabilities of this are amazing. And it also has the spot removal option to take care of another problem during the opponent's turn. Plus the Ambler Whale interactions with this, yeah, the card is crazy. The thing is, both of these cards strengthen fire decks so crazily much. And it's genuinely pretty interesting to actually see. So, those are your most impactful meta cards, in my opinion, out of Phantom Nightmare. Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.